Hi guys, welcome to Monty Style. Today we're doing taste. You know what that means. That means that we're going to be cooking, making cool foods for the summer. So what's the first thing we need to do? Wash our hands. So as I'm washing my hands, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be making. We are going to be making pesto chicken grilled. I loved it. And I have my George Foreman out. It's a large one. I have it hanging over the sink. I don't like those little grease catchers because I can just spray my sink and get it over with. And we're going to be making sauteed string beans from my garden. So that's going to be really good. So let's start. Oh, and I forgot, I'm going to make a really cool drink too. I'm not having company today. This is for me. I'm hungry. It's almost 12 o'clock. All right, so I've already have 2 pieces of chicken. This was 1 piece. I usually slice them in half. You know, I don't believe people should be eating that whole piece. You know, make 2 pieces. Make 2 pieces. And I have a piece here that I'm going to show you why I have 2 pieces. So I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to slice them in 2. So this way, if you do have company, because you never know who is coming over, you have 4 pieces now. Okay? So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our pesto sauce and we're going to use our hands. We're going to put that into the sink now because it's been germified. We don't care what gets onto the counter. And we're going to use our hands. We're going to use our hands, use our hands. We're going to use our hands, use our hands. And you're just going to paste it on. It's really that easy. And you're only going to do one side. Okay? It's messy. I don't care. You know, so you're getting the food here. Does it look good? You want some? No, it ain't ready. So here we go. We're going to get the sides. We're going to make it a nice crust so when it's on the side, I like my food to have crust. Crust is good. And I don't like bread. Blech. The only reason why I don't like bread because growing up, you know how your parents would try to feed you bread in the summertime with a sandwich, and instead of buying loaves of bread, they would buy that large Italian bread or that large French bread, and they would cut really thick pieces. Blech. But now I eat bread, but I make really thin slices when I'm doing my garlic bread. So I'm going to rinse my hands off. I'm going to dry my hands off because everything's going right on top of my chicken. So I'm going to do a little sprinkle. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And it's my little, you know, my own crust seasons with basil, arugula, thyme, and crushed peppers. Not the hot ones. And we're going to do that. Last time I had mint in it. This one doesn't have mint in it. I like making my own seasoning. And there we go. So that's done. So then we're going to take this, which is the sea salt. Ooh, you don't want to come off. And I never use I usually, because I want to control what I'm putting on. See? You just want a hint of sea salt. And if you have high blood pressure, this is what you should be eating. Sea salt, because sea salt is not processed. Okay? So on that note, then I like to take a little olive oil and saute my George Foreman. Because it's still gonna stick. And it's gonna just drip off right into the sink because I have a really heavy duty sink and I love my sink. People used to say, oh, it's gonna scratch. And I'm like, what's a sink for? Decoration. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. And now we're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna turn it on its side. Bam! You know who I got that from. So let's do, hey now. Smile now. Hey now again. So now that's done. And what do we do for the top? We're gonna take our fingers again and we're just gonna smooth it all over. We don't want that much pesto, we just want to smooth it on. We're gonna smooth it on. We're gonna smooth it on. We're gonna smooth it on. Because you have enough on the other side. Then I'm gonna drop this in. I'm gonna wipe our hands. And we're gonna take our little seasoning, press it on, press it on, press it on, press it on. And this way I will have something for dinner later. Most people would tell you to have one piece. I'm having two. I'm still a growing boy. So we're gonna put all this in there while that cooks. And we're gonna rinse things off, because you know me, I like to get things done. Put them in the, and please people, always rinse stuff off before you put it into your dishwasher, because the dishwasher doesn't have hands. It is not going to scrub things off, okay? Most people just stick their stuff in there like the washing machine has little tiny people in there going squish, squish, squish. It doesn't work, sorry. I'm going to save my olive oil for what I'm using next. And I'm gonna put this in the sink. I need my salt. There we go. Now, I'm gonna close this. And I'm going to cut this off. I'm gonna cut the fan off because I'm cooking and I don't want anything to blow into my meat. And as that's doing, I'm gonna close it and let it get to work. I'm gonna cut this off really fast. There we go. I'm gonna clean my counter. Clean my counter. Clean my counter. Clean my counter with a wipe where I touched. Okay. So now I can actually turn on the water and wash my hands, and so I can touch other things. Garbage. We're gonna leave the garbage can open. I'm gonna wash our hands again. And now I'm not gonna pick up that towel I used because it was part of the dirty. So I'm gonna pick it up with my tissue and I'm going to throw it in my laundry room. That's done. We're gonna start on our string beans now. Which is really easy. I already have some done. They're already washed. These are washed, but I'm gonna show you how I clip my string beans. And I just put them all together. I grab scissors or a knife and I slice them. And I bring them back all together to save time. And I slice, throw them into the pan I'm gonna cook. I washed these yesterday, I soaked them. And we do that. And we do that. And you see, done. Throw them in, and throw that away. Now my pan should be hot now. So now I'm going to take my leftover olive oil and throw it in there. You don't need a lot. I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning in the pan. Sea salt is for last. Oops. It was empty anyway. And I'm just gonna coat my pan. You see how I'm coating my pan? As my chicken is still cooking. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna put it back on the hot flame. I'm gonna put the olive oil over here just in case I need it. And I'm gonna use that there. Okay, I have my spoons out. I just need a pair of tongs. Tongs, 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 tongs. Okay, Now that looks like it's getting nice and hot. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my string beans and I'm just going to throw them in my pan. A little at a time so they can cook evenly. So you just, have a little at a time like that. I'm going to turn my fan back on. I'm going to check my chicken. Looking good, huh? That's not done, but look at that braise. That looks really good. I'm getting hungry. Ooh. Okay, let's get back. All right, see, and I have my flame on high. I love my flat top stoves. I'm not a gas person. So if you're a gas person, you should keep your gas heat on medium or a little higher than medium. I have an electric stove, so I have it on high because I want to saute them really quickly. I'm adding a little bit more. Then I'm going to take my spoon. I'm just going to move them around. Move them around. I'm going to get my pan ready. That. And as that's doing that, I got my sea salt now. I'm just going to use a little bit of sea salt. That's it. And I'm going to use my other seasoning again. Pick and choose your own seasoning, guys. I'm going to lower it a little because I'm going to do something else while that's cooking. Let that go on. And so now I'm going to show you the drink I'm making. The drink I'm making is one of my favorite. It's a berry frosty. It's the only thing you need is to have it in a jar and some ice. And you get the Friday's Berry Teeny. It's non-alcoholic, but it's very sugary. So once you add water, it will make it a little bit lighter. And what I usually do, because I'm not really a sugar person, but it might need just a touch of sugar. I'm not a real sugary person, so I have Splenda. So I just add a little. I put it back. And this is what I usually do. I take this, and I top it, and I give it a little shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. That looks good, right? Nice and cold. So I'm gonna put this inside of the refrigerator again. And check on my string beans. They're looking good. I don't want them too soft. I just want them, scorched. Because I like crunchy string beans. I've been to people's homes where they have served me string beans, and the string beans are like so soggy, you might as well just drink the water, because that's where all the vitamins are at. Or they cook them too much and they're soggy then too, and you can't drink the oil out of the pan. So just cook them to where you want them tender, or you want to leave them sort of solid. I like mine sort of solid because I like the vitamins and the nutrients in them. So on that note, we're going to check our meat again. Look at that, it's almost done. It's almost done. I like that. But if you feel the need to turn it, you can, because some of them are big pieces and some of them you want to be seared, so you can turn it on that side. You can turn it on the other side. You can turn it on the other side. You can turn it on the other side. That's almost done. That's great. We're going to put you here. We have a new piece of cutting board that we're ready for. Now my string beans are done. I love this. And we're going to cut that off. I'm going to let them sit while I get my plate. So now that I have my plate, I'm going to put my plate over here. I'm going to stir my string beans. And I made a little surprise for like when I have guests, because some people want to starch. So what I did, I made already pre-prepared, and I'll show you how I did it. I take one of these rock glasses and I take rice and I put it into the glass, you know, like this. And I stuff it and I bring it to a level. Then I take some balsamic vinegar and I pour it on top, and I take it and I sit it inside of the refrigerator. Then after it's done, I do this. I put this here, it's dirty, put this back in the refrigerator. I can make another one later. I usually just take my string beans, fresh string beans from the garden, and I plate myself. I love a lot of string beans, so pretty good there, huh? There we go. Save a little for later. And what I do is I take this and I do this. Do that really fast. And I wipe it around, I get it around so nobody sees. And then I just pick it up like that. Doesn't that look great? And then I just wash it off. Wash this off. And now, my chicken. I take my chicken. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And I take it and I just plate it on the side of my string beans. And I take this on the side of my other string beans. Now I'm plated. Doesn't that look wonderful? So, and I take my other pieces of chicken. I have my clean cutting board. I put it on my cutting board. Put it on my cutting board. Take that to the side. I unplug my George Foreman. I close it. It's not going to harm anything. I want to put my meat to the side like that. Doesn't that look good? And I put this away. Then what I do when I have company, I like everybody to feel special. I put one of these into the refrigerator, get it nice and cold. You see it's nice and cold, right? Then I pop it open. I get my cool drink out, because it's always good to serve in small containers. Pour that in there. You put your top back on it, because you're going to carry it outside because it's cool. You're going to put that back into the refrigerator. You're going to grab yourself a nice fork and knife. And I'm going to put this to the side so we can all see what we're eating. So look at this here. Doesn't that look great? Let's dig in. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look good? Look at that. Mmm. 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 Sorry guys, but that's good. Let's try some of the string beans. That's really good. Let's try some of the balsamic rice. Mmm. Oh wow, that's really good. So guys, that's your that's your quick meal and cool foods for the summer and healthy. So don't forget your berry juice. And it's not that sweet. That's really good. All right, guys, I'm going outside to eat my lunch. Hey now, somehow now, Monty's Facebook me, to tweet me, or just go to my site at montystyle.me. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Because I have to come back in and clean this mess up now. Bye, guys.